The story of KFC founder Colonel Harland Sanders is an inspiring example of how perseverance, hard work, and belief in your idea can lead to success, even when everything seems to be against you. Harland Sanders was born on September 9, 1890, in the small town of Henryville, Indiana, USA. His childhood was not easy. When he was only 6 years old, his father died, and his mother was forced to work to provide for the family. Harland began cooking for his younger brother and sister, and that was when he first developed an interest in cooking. At the age of 12, Sanders left school and began working various jobs. He was a farmer, a fireman, an insurance salesman, and even a boatman. His life was full of challenges, and at that time, nothing foreshadowed that he would become the founder of a world-famous restaurant chain. In 1930, when Harland was already 40 years old, he opened a small gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. To attract more customers, he began cooking and serving food to visitors. His signature dish was fried chicken, cooked according to a special recipe using 11 herbs and spices. This recipe became the basis for the future KFC brand. His food quickly gained popularity, and he expanded his establishment, turning it into a full-fledged cafe. In 1935, the governor of Kentucky awarded Sanders the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel for his contribution to the development of local cuisine. When a new highway was built through his town in the 1950s, the flow of customers sharply decreased, and Sanders was forced to close his cafe. By that time, he was already 65 years old and was left practically without a livelihood. But he did not give up. Sanders decided to develop his idea and began traveling around the United States, offering his recipe to restaurants in exchange for a small commission on each dish sold. With a pot, a bag of spices, and his charisma, he personally demonstrated how to cook his chicken. Most restaurateurs refused, but Sanders did not give up. According to legend, he received about 1,009 refusals before someone agreed to work with him. By 1960, his recipe became popular, and he began licensing it. The Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC chain grew rapidly. In 1964, when Sanders was 73 years old, he sold the business to a group of investors for $2 million. Despite the sale, he remained the face of the company and continued to participate in its promotion, appearing in advertisements and visiting restaurants. Lessons from his story: never give up. Sanders failed more than once, but he continued to look for new opportunities. Perseverance brings results. Even at 65, when many are already thinking about retirement, he started his business from scratch. Quality above all. His success is based on an unwavering commitment to high quality and unique taste. Legacy today: KFC is one of the largest fast food restaurant chains in the world, with thousands of restaurants in more than 150 countries. Colonel Sanders has become a symbol of the brand, and his image is still used in the company logo. The story of Harland Sanders inspires millions of people around the world not to be afraid to start over, believe in their ideas, and work hard for success. Harland David Sanders was born on September 9, 1890, in the small town of Henryville, Indiana. His family was not rich, and life was not easy from the very beginning. When Harland was only 6 years old, his father died suddenly, leaving his mother alone with 3 children. To support the family, Harland's mother went to work, and he stayed at home as the eldest child, forced to take care of his younger brother and sister. It was then that he learned to cook. He was still a child, but he already knew how to prepare simple and hearty meals so that the family did not starve. At the age of 12, he dropped out of school as he was forced to work. His first job was working on a farm. During his life, he changed a huge number of professions. He worked as a blacksmith's assistant, a streetcar conductor, a fireman, an insurance agent, a tire salesman, a gas station manager, and even a lawyer, although his legal career ended after a fight with a client in court. In his youth, his life was chaotic, full of trials and failures. First steps in business. In 1930, Harland was offered to manage a Shell gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. It was there that the first turning point in his life occurred. To attract more customers, Sanders began cooking and serving food to visitors who were filling up their cars. His dishes were simple but very tasty. Fried chicken, steaks,